Now we're going to move on to look at all the wonderful ways you can navigate and work across your entire ERP system with Business Central in our new modern client interface from Microsoft. You're used to being able to dive across your different areas of the system using the top and second level menus that we show you already that you're using today. Nothing has changed in that regard. However, in addition to that, the Tell Me feature has been enhanced radically because now you can also just make mistakes in typing and still have the system find things. So I just typed in the word year and I misspelled it by putting an S there instead of an A. And you notice it shows me the topics in the system that are related to, for example, year-end processing. I go to my accounting periods, closing my income statement. I go to that report to do my year-end processing. So the Tell Me has been enhanced drastically and also covers many different areas and topics inside the software and outside the software in terms of documentation and other applications that are going to be available to you in Microsoft's App Source. More on that later. You can also hit the Role Explorer by hitting these little three bars up in the top right, and you can quickly dive across all the functionality in the system that your security has allowed permissions to. So if you do forget those things that you only do occasionally, you can quickly find them and navigate them in one big page that shows you every menu action that we publish on the top menus. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now let's look at some of the really exciting things. So, for example, the old proverbial general ledger setup that you have to do every now and then when you change your from to posting dates. Obviously, we can go and look this up, but now you also have the ability to say, you know what, I do this all the time, and I, as a controller, really want to see this in my UI without having to always search for it or type. Now you can go ahead and bookmark that topic by hitting the bookmark icon here. And if we go back to our Role Center page, you will notice that the General Ledger setup has been added to our bookmarks up here. Okay, so we'll be talking about personalization a little later in the next subsequent topic, and you'll see how you can actually use personalization to tailor this even more. Being multifunctional folks in nonprofit accounting departments, we're often doing many things simultaneously. So right now, for example, I'm working on a journal entry. I can go ahead and say, open this page in a new window, and it'll open up a separate page for managing journal entries. And say, so at the same time, I actually want to be viewing something in my chart of accounts. And I want to also uh, open something up as a separate page here. So let's say I want to be working on some GL accounts and I want to go and say I want to open that in a separate page. Then using some cool Windows techniques, which I personally only just learned about a few months ago, I can click that one, put it over to the right. I can go ahead and take that, and now I can work on things side by side in multiple windows in the system without necessarily having to open multiple tabs. I can quickly switch back and forth. The other cool thing is these are fully interactive. So if I'm working on two things simultaneously, where I change a value in one page, it'll also dynamically update my session in another page. So now we can actually get that Windows kind of capability where we used to be able to open pages in multiple sessions, move around. Obviously, if you have two monitors, you could move this onto your second monitor, etc., and really expand your ability to multitask and work across the system. Okay, so we talked about bookmarks, being able to open in multiple pages, and let's see. I'm going to go ahead and close this topic. Sorry for fumbling a little bit, but the excitement is kind of overwhelming, and we'll be moving on and talking about personalization and other topics next.